It's the Poker News Podcast.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 850th episode of the Poker News Podcast. I am Chad Holloway at Level 9 Studio in Las Vegas with Kyna England. I got it right this time. It's not Kyna Richards and Mike Holtz. 850 episodes. I know you guys haven't been there for them all, but that's a milestone.
That's impressive, yeah, for sure.
They always say if you can get to 850, you're good to go.
Good for the rest.
Yeah, that's the hump.
Yeah, you get through 14 years and 850 episodes, you're probably going to make it.
That's what they say, yeah.
We've got a fun episode to go through, and starting with friend of the podcast, not really, Alan Kessler.
He's my friend.
He's your friend. I consider him like halfway friend, and then him and Mike.
He's a regular. He's a cat. You know,
he likes to criticize.
We haven't talked about Alan in a while either, so
well,
yay, go
we
Alan.
got a lot of reasons too, because last night he won a jackpot. I think it was on a Buffalo machine. Kyna, you're going to give us the details. $1.2 million jackpot.
Crazy.
I didn't believe it at first. He literally sent me a message saying he won it, and that's what I woke up to. And then I went and looked at his social media, and I'll be damned, he actually did.
He did, yeah, man. That is a crazy hit. And I only talked to Alan a little bit, but I saw the post and I inspected the picture, and I kind of know what happened there, like how it happened for sure.
All right, so all I know based upon the videos was that he won $1.2 million. It was a big jackpot. He said as people were gathering around asking him questions, he said he'd been playing for 12 hours, which I think is just crazy. But I saw on the little bottom, it said $125. So is he betting $125 a spin?
So on some slot machines, they have a feature where you can buy the bonus, because like the bonus is like the most fun part of the game. And then a lot of people just don't want to sit there and push the button until they get the bonus. They would rather just gamble for it, right? So it'll be based on a bet size. So it looked like I don't know exactly, but it looked like from what his bet size was, he bought the bonus for $125. And usually it's about a like 50 to 100x multiplier. So I think it was probably something like $1.60 to $2.50, like equivalent of betting that much and winning that jackpot.
When you say buying the bonus, does that mean that every spin hits a jackpot?
No. So yes. So like he paid $125 and he just automatically gets a bonus game. Now within the bonus game, it can go different ways. The game he was playing, it looks like you can earn a certain amount of games, and it was an advantage play game because it was set up where like, I don't remember the levels, but it's like maxi, mega, like minor, something like that. It's a number of games that it builds to. So once it builds to a certain level, it's like bound to hit at some point. And so he knows at this level, this is worth playing until it hits. So he's buying these bonuses, trying to hit these two levels until it hits. So every time he plays pays to $125, he gets a bonus game. Now, like the bonus games, again, depending on how many games you get, can last a little while. So it's not like he's sitting there like pushing and paying $125. He's paying $125, and then he's enjoying his bonus round.
For 12 fucking hours.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I read something that said he probably was in it for like $12K, which I've seen Alan. I went to Thunder Valley one time with Alan where he babysat this Wizard of Oz game all day long, just trying to hit some bonus. So I know he's capable of doing it. He was definitely probably sitting there all day buying these bonuses, waiting for something like this to hit. And like the jackpot he got isn't even guaranteed. It's not even what he was going for, honestly. He was just probably trying to hit the top tier.
I wonder if, because he messaged me too, he was very upset, and I seen he put this out on social media that he wanted to register like a horse tournament there, but late registration was only open for like 2 hours and he missed it. So he was very upset about that. I wonder if him missing that tournament led to him playing the slot machine and then...
Could be, yeah.
Yeah. Wins $1.2 million.
I know the way Alan works too, and he was probably watching that machine. He was like waiting for it to get to that level.
This is the thing with slot machines. I used to believe, there's no skill in slot machines. You sit down and hit a button. And it actually was Alan Kessler years ago who convinced me, just based upon what he does. He didn't sit down and like actually try to educate me and convince me, but like I became convinced that Alan Kessler does have a system or whatever it is. Like you just said, like he recognizes certain things on machines, like jackpots are about to hit.
Yeah.
He's not the only one. I know other people do that. You hear about the vultures, if you will, at the Vegas casinos and stuff. But I mean, clearly he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of games you can tell when they're building up, and Alan will go around and he'll be like, I'm going to check that one later. Like, or look at, that person's on that machine. Like, they're going to play it until this. And like, I've done that with him a few times, just gone around, look for machines. It's fun. There's like very easy to spot ones, like that Buffalo that everybody knows about with the Buffalo counter. And then there's like some that you just wouldn't even realize. Like, not like the one he was playing. Like, I mean, the numbers get really high and you can tell if you're like really inspecting it, but he was probably watching it, waiting for the numbers to get that high, and then he played it all day long. So.
It was a Buffalo machine, right? Like we have a video that I want to show. This was something that he tweeted out as the jackpot's going off. People are coming. Check it out.
$200. Wow. I can't even believe that.
I've never seen that. I've never seen that.
Oh my God. Did that really happen? Oh my God. I can't even believe it. I've been sitting here 12 hours. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Did that really just happen? That's crazy.
You've been here how many hours?
12 hours I've been sitting here.
All right, so there it was. I mean, you've seen it happen, but the thing is, it was a $1.2 million jackpot, but there was a sign there that said you can either take 20 annual payments, kind of like a lottery thing, or one discounted lump sum. And last I had heard, he was waiting on some representatives from the slot machine company to come and start those negotiations or whatever it was. But kind of you got some inside news?
I did. I got the first offer. Now, we're not sure if this is what he'll actually take, but it does make sense if you think about it to take the lump sum, even though, you could get 60 grand a year for 20 years, but like, who wants that? No, give me the money now. Let's blow it.
Right.
So would you guys have guesses? Like, what do you think they offered him?
I mean, I've seen some people debating this on social media. I would hope, there's going to be taxes taken out, right? And things like that.
But this is even before.
The taxes come out after.
This would be before the taxes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would say, because, you wait 20 years, there's a thing called inflation too. 1.2 million might not be as valuable in 2 decades than it is right now. So I don't know. I'm going to say 475,000.
Okay.
I'm going to go 820.
Better guess. They offered him 805.
Wow.
Which I thought was a bit high too. I was thinking like 650, I would think would be what they would offer. But 805 seems reasonable. But who knows? Maybe the power of negotiation, Alan will get a little bit more.
Yeah, I'm impressed. Like I wanted to say like right in the middle, like 600K.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just, the casinos, the slot companies, I'm like, they're going to be greedy. But 805, I'm impressed. Like I think,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, 805 is still pretty greedy. Like it's 1.2 and they're just like, yeah, we'll give you 400K less.
Yeah, what happens to that 400K? That's a progressive. Like that's in there. That's other people's money that's paid to the casino. I know it's a rule, but what happens to that money? Like hopefully it rolls over.
Well, so you were saying earlier that it's advantage play. So this slot was plus EV for him to play?
Yes, it was plus EV for anyone to play.
Yeah, no, I know
the way
that's
it was
what I'm
set
saying.
up. Yeah.
So like for the viewers at home who don't understand advantage play slots, like this is like a legitimate thing that people do. There's like a syndicate of people that sits at the Caesars machines at the Aria, Bellagio, every major casino, and they all work together. For a lot of these from like the company IGT, there's like all these different machines that have like the progressive coins that pop up, and then if it's a certain amount of coins, it's plus EV. So it's pretty crazy.
Well, and actually, something that you might not know is not all the casinos actually offer the progressive jackpots either. Like a lot of the machines at Caesars do not even have progressive jackpots. Like a lot more of the like smaller off-strip or like independent casinos will be a lot better for advantage play. So like if you go somewhere like the M or like Green Valley or Stations or something, you see a lot of the same people kind of walking around looking at machines and checking stuff out. So,
and people are wondering like, well, this is a poker podcast, not a slot one. But Alan Kessler is one of the biggest names in poker,
a little
right?
education on some Vegas slotting,
He had a really bad summer. He did not do well at the WSOP, so he gets a little rebound here. Did he accept the 805? Is he considering it?
I think he said that he was considering it, like that they're negotiating.
I was going to say, can you negotiate?
I've never been in that position. I don't know. I guess we'll find out after. Stay tuned, folks.
Yeah. One of the things about Kessler, and I've known this about him for years, is not only is like playing that machine, apparently that one was plus EV, his lifestyle is built around slot machines and playing at different casinos and getting the comp dollars, getting the perks. I'm not even joking. Like
I know. I'm trying not to laugh.
Like when I say, like I've asked him before, like, are you going to come to this MSPT stop? And he says, no, I don't go there. Well, why not? Because that casino doesn't offer.
They don't give me stuff.
Yeah.
It makes sense though too, because like literally he doesn't spend money on anything except gambling. Like all of his money goes to gambling. Like I think I've seen him at Thunder Valley too win a giveaway. He won like a 5K giveaway. He won like some purses. I think he's won like 2 cars just like by playing so much and earning these drawings. He's just like kind of collecting the rake back, and that's like what he lives off of. I don't know.
This is a fun story. This was back in 2013. I was down at Harrah's, New Orleans with Rich Ryan at the time. We were reporting a circus stop. It might have been the national championship for the circuit back then. And Alan was there, and he came up to us. We were reporting at our table, and we had known Alan. He knew us. And he said, hey, can you guys help me out? I need to film an audition video for this TV show called Extreme Cheapskates, which I don't know, it was on TLC or Bravo or something.
I've seen that. I used to watch that like years ago. I really wish he was on it though. Like that would be crazy.
We filmed it. We did. I wish, I could hit up Rich. I doubt he still has the video, but we filmed something with him. I guess the producers had reached out to him, were interested. They had heard about him and his cheapskate ways, if you will. And we filmed it, and I guess, maybe he never heard back or they didn't ultimately get him. But
oh my God, they need to he needs to hit them up again, because it's just great, because like he is the cheapskate, but he's like also, gambles like crazy. Like, so
Mike, what do you think of this? Like there's no love lost between you and Kessler. He's pretty vocal about it on social media, and but now he's 1.2. He's a millionaire, Mike.
I assumed that he was a millionaire before that. I did. He's got to be. He's got to be a multi-millionaire.
He's got $4.4 million in lifetime earnings according to the Hendon mob.
Yeah, but
with a career high score of 276,000.
Yeah, I mean, he's lost money playing poker for sure.
Oh, yeah. There's a Twitter account devoted to it.
So, I mean, it is what it is. I'm glad for Alan. I'm happy that he hit the 1.2. I'm glad that it's going to be someone who's going to put some money back in the poker community. Good for Alan.
When's it enough? Like, if I hit a $1.2 million jackpot, like, what are you going to go hit a bigger one? Like, no, you won. You just won whatever, the biggest thing you can probably ever win.
Yeah, but then what else are you going to do?
Oh, go to the beach.
Well, Alan doesn't like the beach.
He's got to find something.
If you're Alan Kessler, what else do you want to do? Go push some more buttons.
This story is now out there. Surely some people are going to be slipping. Some ladies are going to slip into his DM. Go get a wife, Alan. I don't know. I was happy to see it. Look, Alan and I have a very Howard Cosell, Muhammad Ali type of relationship. Like we trade barbs with each other.
Okay, that's very,
and like really, like you should see the messages we share in private. I mean, after every episode, he'll send me something about that we did wrong or what we should have talked about.
And he probably hasn't even watched it. He's just hearing from other people. Like.
That is 100% true. I'm pretty sure he's going to be watching this one.
I hope so.
Because we're talking about him. But,
Hi, Alan.
I am excited that he won it. Like $1.2 million up at Thunder Valley, which is one of my favorite properties. The Run Good Poker Series is up there right now. We're going to talk about that.
Oh, their
here in a minute.
rings, their new rings are gorgeous.
I just saw the picture right before we came in studio. I loved them. I have a Run Good.
They match your shirt, actually.
That's what I was saying. Like they're kind of Miami Dolphin-ish colors. Yeah. And so that just appeals to me. And I love Thunder Valley. Ben Irwin and his crew up there run a great room. In fact, I was there last year at this time during the stop, right after the WSOP. It was a great little vacation. Unfortunately, couldn't go there this one because I had a wedding back in Wisconsin this past weekend. But great crew up there, great venue. If you can, check it out. Alan obviously is going to love it. And I can't wait to see how much he ultimately accepts.
Yeah.
Ultimately, what he does with it, if he does anything. I don't think he's going to go buy anything.
Nothing changes.
I don't think so either.
Well, he's taking me out to dinner, that's for sure.
That's nice.
Get some video from that so we can share it on the show. But maybe, I don't know, play the 50K Poker Players Championship next year, Alan.
Yeah, he should. He likes that one anyway. He's played it before.
Yeah. Well, congratulations to Alan Chainsaw Kessler on that $1.2 million score, much larger than his biggest score over the summer, which was $28,000 for finishing 10th in event number 29, the $10,000 limit deuce to 7 triple draw lowball championship 6-handed. So, yeah.
All right.
All right, let's talk some poker because that's what people are here for.
Oh, yeah.
High Stakes Poker debuted this week on Poker Go. I actually watched the episode today. I got back from Wisconsin last night, and I don't know. I enjoyed it more than I would. I wasn't expecting much because, truth be told, I didn't recognize a lot of the names that were there. Obviously, I knew Jennifer Tilly, Andrew Roble, Masato Yokosawa. He was on the Chad and Jesse Poker Show. Yeah, I really liked him. He was new, so it was cool to see him. He's a very popular Japanese vlogger. Justin Garvey, who was on last season, was there. But then there was Dr. Sean Dempsey and Bo Brownstein, as well as he was the CEO and founder of Scratch, which is apparently a modern day loan service that, quote, gives the borrower the first experience, unquote. And that was a newcomer in, let me see, make sure I get his name, Sama Elamawi. I know I butchered that.
Midway through, he takes off his skin. It's Carrie Katz. Oh my God. I'm in shock.
From Egypt, apparently, and came to the United States like 10 years ago. So again, like when you get these people I've never heard of before, it's like, oh, how good is this going to be? But I thought it turned out to be a pretty good episode. I know you both watched it. What did you guys think?
It was okay. It was
they
a
had
little
Jennifer
spicy.
Tilly on there.
Okay,
You love Jennifer
so
Tilly.
It was a little spicy. There were some spicy hands, and I love to hear Jennifer Tilly's narrations of hands. I love it when she's pondering. It's like, now I know that you think that I have this. It's great, right?
Do you think she sounds like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I think it kind of does, yeah.
Let me hear it again.
No, you missed it. But anyway, I like that. But it was just like 7 hands that they show. It's like not all of them were that cool. Some of them were spicy, like I said, and it was fun. But it's just
And you've said this before in an episode or two ago, like you like the live stream, the longer version, to see every little hand, every little detail. Whereas I like them both, but I do enjoy these edited, boiled down. You get the commentary over with AJ Benza and Nick Schulman.
Yeah, commentary was good too. Yeah, I mean the hands they showed were good and they're fun, but you know that it makes less of like the banter or like the talk that's going on. You know, like if they're referencing other hands, like the first hand of the show, Andrew Robles like, well, I'm not going to fold again, and it's like, what was the first hand? You know, what happened before? I don't know.
Yeah. Mike, what'd you think? You watched it?
I thought it was cool.
Yeah.
I thought it was fun stuff, you know. I think Kyna's just a curmudgeon, you know. I don't know.
I like what I like, whatever.
I
gave the compliments. I gave a wide variety of opinions. I didn't just say I hate it.
Yeah,
no, I
that's
know.
true.
I was just giving you shit for no reason. No, there was no reason for me to do that. Just a little vitriol between friends. No, I liked it. I thought it was cool. I like Roble, big Tilly guy. Yeah, it was a cool episode. You know, it's not a lot of hands to go off of, but still it was like, 45 minutes, something like that.
Yeah.
So it's a decent amount of content. It looks like they're going to be releasing them, every few days? Or?
Every Monday. There's a new episode on Poker Go. I think there's usually a dozen or so episodes each season. And so what usually works is like the next 3 or 4 episodes will be this game. Just continued,
right, and they'll swap people out and stuff. Yeah.
And then eventually there'll be a new game with a new lineup. I ended up liking it a lot. I thought it was a good start to season 13. It's got some big shoes to fill because season 12 was really good. It had the largest pot in high stakes poker history. And I like that high stakes poker is one of the few outlets for poker that you can go and make a name for yourself in terms, right? Like I never heard of literally half the table this week. And now all of a sudden I'm going to be watching these guys for a little bit and I'm going to know these guys. I'm going to get to know them. They do some, interviews. You get to know them about their lives, their businesses and things like that. So I think high stakes poker is one of the few places you can do that.
Yeah, it was good. I mean, I'm still going to watch it. I just, had lots of opinions on it.
We're going to talk, each week probably. We'll at least bring it up a little bit. But Mike, what about you? You ever want to play high stakes poker? I'm sure Brent Hanks is listening.
No, 100%.
Or maybe he would probably.
I would love to play high stakes poker.
I think
you'd
be good. I played on a televised cash game with you in Poker Night in America.
Yep, which will come out, I assume, at some point.
I hope so.
We've been talking about that for months.
It's almost been a year, hasn't it?
No, it was the beginning of this year, so 8 months ago, 7 months ago.
I count that as a year.
It was a lot of fun. You ended up, spoiler alert, took my money, but
give me that cash, boy.
Sixes. I had sixes. You had ace king.
Yep. You're gonna be playing the board on the river. I think.
Because I got counterfeited. You didn't hit an ace or a king,
right?
But
that's poker.
That's poker.
Yeah.
Well, we'll have to wait and see what high stakes poker has in store. But like I said, every Monday there will be a new episode on Poker Go. We have a highlight recap on PokerNews.com, an article that comes out immediately afterwards, so you can see some photos, some highlights, and then of course we're going to talk about it on the Poker News podcast moving forward.
Easy Daisy.
On.
This season on High Stakes Poker.
What the? I've been letting him get away with it until today. I'm going to pick him off.
I gave the chips to the one person at the table where they're not coming back.
Never thought I'd feel bad for Robo.
Please, poker god. So many good times together.
Nicely done. I had 5 high.
That beats 7 for us.
Oh, you're a psycho.
Sam's the best in the world.
Best donkey in the world.
Nice.
Wow.
It wasn't the only poker show that debuted. The Big Game returned for PokerStars.
Yay.
Now, we talked about that, and we actually had her in studio from the first one.
Yeah, Nikki.
And Nikki Limo. And this one, though, was Lily Newhouse. She was the other loose cannon who was selected. I guess this was last November during the NAPT at Resorts World.
Yeah.
Speaking of, didn't you win something at Resorts World recently?
I don't know. I did.
Wow. Bling, blah, blah.
Poker champion. I won a Resorts World
Get
daily.
this bracelet out of there.
Your trophies mean nothing. No, I played there the other day and I won the little daily and it was fun. It actually was really fun. I ended up playing heads up with this kid and it was his first like ever real tournament. And I was like so excited for him. I'm like, you're going to have a Hendon mob now. And he's like, what's that? And he like knew me, knew like Game of Gold. And he was like, oh, and I'm like, you're going to have a Hendon mob. What if you win? And this is your first like Hendon mob entry and you won a tournament. That's so excited. I was like so excited for him. I'm like, not going to make it easy on you, bud, though.
Just crushed his dreams.
Well, we went into it pretty deep, too. Like, we were like, there was like 90 big blinds in play when we started playing heads up. So we played heads up for like an hour. And so it was tiring at 3 a.m. But hey, it was fun. And you don't get to play heads up a lot. Like, I know we talked about that experience before. When people chop, they don't get that experience, right?
Well,
so I was
thank
like,
God that you made it through fine. through that hour heads up, you know.
We're going to talk about a chop, by the way. A chop coming up.
The whole time it was just fun. You don't get to play heads up like that a lot. You know, it's hard. And
Speak
it's
for
fun.
yourself.
I mean, online's a little different.
Yeah, sure.
I know.
While you sit there and like eat your snacks and pet your dogs, like this guy sucks, just pushing buttons.
It's exactly how it
it's exactly the same as me sitting there at Resorts World at 3 a.m.
It's literally the same thing. Yeah.
Well, the big game did take place at Resorts World, and the first episode debuted on the PokerStars YouTube channel. I actually watched it earlier today in preparation for this show. I know you guys didn't have an opportunity, so we're not going to get into the nitty-gritty, but suffice it to say, it was a lot of fun. There was a good lineup. Lily Newhouse was up against Sam Grafton, Maria Ho, Phil Laak, actor and comedian Michael Ian Black, and Las Vegas entrepreneur Dave Krosky. There is a little teaser trailer. I want to show that to you right now.
High Stakes Poker is alive and well in Las Vegas, ladies and gentlemen. Woo!
This is our first of many days of gambling.
I like it. 18, 19, 20, 21.
I'm playing against a guy who counts on his fingers. This can't be bad.
Take what you need, man.
Bring me my money! I mean, mate, you are mugging me off here.
I don't really know how to read this whole situation right now.
I'm a professional actor, Maria.
He blew up, and you weren't there to collect the winnings.
8 checks. No, I was not checking.
Craziest hand in the world.
But wait, it's crazy.
Here comes the cannon.
I'm ready for the roller coaster to like go up.
All right, so there you have it. You can check it out. There's going to be, I think, 4 more episodes to round out this. You guys didn't see it, but the very first hand of this episode was a set over set, and Michael Ian Black stacked Maria Ho. Maria Ho didn't have the better set this time. And I like this lineup. Sam Grafton, very entertaining. Mm-hmm. Maria Ho, obviously, just a crusher in the poker space. Phil Laak is back.
Now, that's my dog.
We just talked about High Stakes Poker. He returned in season 12. Now we have him on the big game. Jennifer Tilly, his longtime girlfriend, was on the first big game. Now he's taken that spot. I don't know. I love seeing Phil Laak.
Yeah, he's the GOAT. I love Phil.
Yeah, he just, this is just a fun fact that goes way back. He gave me one of my first starts in poker. He had an online site back in the day when everybody, this is like 2008, everybody was starting an online poker site, right? Doyle's Room and whatever. He had Unabomber Poker. It was a thing for a while.
I feel like I remember this.
Yeah, and it was
like hats, didn't they? With like, maybe I'm confused.
You're probably thinking of Doyle's Room. He had the cowboy.
No, I remember the Doyle's Room hats.
Well, Unabomber Poker had him in his Unabomber hoodie as like the logo. It was short-lived, but at the time they had like a blog, and I submitted a sample and ended up getting accepted. I still have the email somewhere of him congratulating me, bringing me on board, and ever since then I've had a nice connection with him.
That's right. You told this story on air before. I forgot about this. Yeah.
So I'll I owe a lot to Phil. We've been friends ever since. I'll never forget the first time I went to lunch with him. It was down at the Seminole Hard Rock in Florida. And I think I probably told this story then too. Like, I couldn't tell, no offense to Phil, I love Phil now, but at the time I hadn't had much interaction with him. And I couldn't tell at that lunch, is this guy, is he just a dummy? Or is he the smartest person I've ever met? And I am leaning towards the latter. Like, he's, thinking on a different level. And Yeah, and I'm so happy to see him back in poker.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I'll have to check it out. I haven't seen the big game yet, but I'm pretty good friends with Lily, so I'm definitely gonna watch it.
Yeah, she's cool people. I hope she wins a lot of monies.
Yeah.
She got off to a rough start as well. So after episode 1, just a little spoiler, at least in terms of the loose cannon, started with $50K, free rolled by PokerStars. Anything she wins above that, she gets to keep, which is fun because if you're sitting at $50K and there's a predetermined number of hands, say there's only 10 hands left.
I'm all in.
Yeah, just go ham, right? But she took a big hit when she had trip aces with a king kicker, and I believe it was Sam Grafton, could be wrong on that, had full house, jacks full of
trash
aces.
can.
Yeah, so but she spun it up a little bit. She's still down to 21,000, so she's down 29K. But lots of time to spin it up. We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah.
All right, I mentioned Thunder Valley. That's where Alan, won his $1.2 million. And it is happening right now. The Run Good Poker Series is taking place. There's going to be a $2,500 main event coming up this weekend, August 2nd through the 5th. PokerNews will be there. We'll be doing some live updates. But this past weekend, there was the Hendon Mob Mid-Major Championship. It's a $600 buy-in tournament. I played it last year, the inaugural one, and it was a lot of fun. I wish I could have made it back up there. I couldn't, but they did draw 1,245 runners, almost $650,000 in the prize pool, and it was won by Elias Travis, taking home the trophy and $79,000. Here's the thing. We got to harp on this because we talked about that win chop this summer, right? And people gave us a lot of shit about it. This was a 8-way chop. 8-way chop at the final table. Elias Travis gets $79K. Vi win 8th place, $27K, and then it just everything in between. So it looks like it was probably an ICM chop, but again, I'm not a fan of this for no other reason than like Vi win. You got $27K. It looks the guy who busted in 9th, James Allen Turner, had almost 11,000. Right? So now you're settling for $27K. What was going to be the next payout? Probably $13K, $14K.
But yeah, so he must have had like 6 big blinds.
Yeah, I mean, if he was that short, maybe. But sometimes I just say, go ham and just try to spin it up and win these things. You see it happen all the time.
Yeah.
I don't know. As the shortest stack, if somebody was like, "Hey, we'll give you $10,000 more," I don't know. I might take that. But I don't know. Like not being in this situation, it's all whatever feels right. However you feel like you're on. Maybe you feel like you're outmatched. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, listen. The only reason to chop is if you think you're going to get more than the ICM value of your stack plus your skill edge. So you think you have a 10% edge over these people. ICM says I get $20,000. I want $22K, or maybe I want $22,500. Well, if I don't get that, I'm not chopping it up, baby boy.
Reading over Kirk Brown's recap on PokerNews.com. Share some information about the winner, which I think is interesting. So it is the biggest score of Elias Travis's career, and it says he has been battling cancer for 8 years. He has like $200K in medical bills, so that this will go a long way, towards that.
Hashtag American Healthcare. Woo!
And that he decided to do the chop because he had a huge chip lead, and the $79K that he got was actually more than second place money. So that, in that spot, given the circumstances,
for him,
I can understand it. I wish I had seen what the chip counts were and stuff here, but you got to kind of feel bad for James Allen Turner, who he just busts in 9th place, and everybody else is just like, all right, let's chop it up. Guy is gone.
You hate to be that guy, but congratulations, guys. Good win.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah, if I don't have any problem with chopping it 100 ways if you get more than ICM or you get whatever you're equal to. It doesn't matter to me.
Well, I they used to call me No Chop Chad. Jason Mercier deemed me that when I turned down to chop at
seriously No Chop Chad.
Yeah, that was a little nickname there for a while. But I do chop if it benefits me. I always make sure. Yeah. But I'm usually not 8 ways. Definitely not 15 ways. Usually 5 ways.
Usually I just squash that. If we're 15 ways, I'm like, let's talk about a chop. I just look at the floor and I'm like,
yeah. Let's move along. This is not the story, like the Choctaw.
Yeah.
We can move along anyways.
Let's move along.
We'll hit a double move along. A move along and a move along.
WSOP circuit is at Choctaw. It was the first stop after the summer WSOP. It was, I think, 20 different events. The big one being the $1,700 main event, which was the $1 million main event. I guess $1 million guarantee. Got 1,017 runners, a $1.5 million prize pool. And it was Justin Lapka, Lappy Poker, who took it down for $252,000. I believe he has a pair of online bracelets and maybe an online ring or something. He's an online
He's
guy.
got a couple rings. I know that. Maybe he has 2 bracelets. I thought it might have been 1, but it could be 2 bracelets, 2 rings. Who knows?
Yeah, I can probably pull it up as we're
But
talking.
he's got an online crusher. Yeah.
Yeah. So now he has 3 rings and 2 bracelets. But like you said, online. He hails from Minnesota. He's super tall. He's like
he's really tall.
He's almost 7 feet.
7'9", I think.
7'9".
Yeah.
Close to 8 feet for sure.
Yeah,
But
just under.
it was interesting because he played the WSOP this summer and he was thinking about just no more poker for a little while, right? I need to decompress. I'm going to go back to Minnesota. We got the land of the 10,000 lakes. It's the summertime. I'm going to get on a boat. I don't know. But he decides to go down to Choctaw and ends up in this massive field and day by day goes deeper and deeper and ends up winning it, $252K. And like, this is... We talked about it with Josh Reichert at the beginning of the summer. Like, Josh has been around a long time, MSPT Hall of Famer. He's had big wins, all these WSOP circuit, but he never had a signature win, right?
Sure,
until that WPT. And I feel like Lapka was kind of in the same boat, right? He was, at least in the live realm, he had the online success. He had some live playing and stuff, but never anything huge. And this one, $250,000, a main event ring, and
What does it have to be huge? Because Josh did have he won a
say 7
he won
inches.
his title.
Anything? Oh, never mind.
He won
sorry.
a title. He won the Elgin WSOP main.
I mean, that's Elgin though. This
But it was still like
Yeah,
it was like
two-
still like
two really
it was like
killer places to play
$230,000.
No,
Like it
that's
was
true. That's
not
true.
small.
I think, I see what you're saying. I would say this, like Josh was, he was for so long, the all-star of the mid-major scene.
Yeah,
right?
I know,
And the
you're
WPT took him to the major leagues, if you will.
yeah.
And I think Lapka is, certainly king, very well established in the online realm.
And now live.
he's taking the next step, and then who knows where we'll go.
Mean.
So
just sticking up for Josh, you know what I mean? Like don't do him like that.
Absolutely. The WSOP circuit is done in Choctaw, but they're jumping into 2 more stops here in August, starting with Harrah's Cherokee, August 1st through the 12th. One of the few places I've never been. I've
been to Cherokee. I was actually just going to say I've never been to Choctaw, though. Like, I need to go there.
I've never been.
I've been
You
to
don't
Cherokee.
ever travel anywhere. You're going to the Bahamas next week though, for fun, right?
Yeah, I was thinking about, because I come back on the 8th, I was thinking about just stopping by Cherokee and just scooping a little.
Cherokee's a really good place.
Cash.
It's a nice resort. Like you want to stay on property. It's big and there's lots of fun stuff. There's lots of slot machines. There's lots to do. There's a poker room there too. You can play cash. It's a nice property. I've been there 3 or 4 times.
That's where the national championship used to be held for a number of years. I wonder if it's Kessler approved in terms of slot machines. Does he go? Have you seen him there?
I don't know if Kessler goes. I know he's not like a fan of Caesar's properties though, and that's actually I think I've seen Alan. No, I had dinner with Alan there once. Yeah, he goes.
The other stop is August 15th through the 26th at Graton Casino, another one I haven't been to. That's in the Bay Area. So we'll have to see how that one goes. But PokerNews will, of course, be doing some content and some articles, and we'll be talking about it here on the podcast. But congratulations one last time to Lappy Poker, Justin Lapka, on taking down the WSOP circuit Choctaw main event.
Woohoo, good job.
Yay.
One last winner to talk about, and that is Ryan Laplante.
Okay.
He's he's grinding everything.
What did LaPlante win?
He plays on Global Poker, which is our sponsor today.
Yeah, no, he won the bear or the snake or the goat.
Yeah, this was the GOAT series,
Okay.
The GOAT 6 series. So this has been going on and Global Poker does have some awesome trophies. Like
the sickest trophies.
I want to win the rattlesnake one is the one that's high on my list. But this kicked off back on July 15th. So the WSOP was still happening. It's going to go through August 4th. They've got their gold coins. They got their sweeps coins. And it was Ryan Laplante taking down the GOAT 22, which was a sweeps coins 33 buy-in. Took it down for almost 3,100 sweeps coins in his second Global Poker trophy. And he tweeted about it. I thought it was fun, right? Because I see Ryan always tweeting about poker, and he's a great ambassador. He's got his training site, and but I'm used to seeing him playing at the Wynn or the Venetian or the WSOP or somewhere about town or maybe a little bit online. I didn't even know he played on Global Poker until he tweeted that.
Yeah, he plays a lot of Global, I think.
Well, if you want to play Global Poker, and I've played on there as well.
I play on there all the time, yeah.
As well as like Dean Foster, he won one of these GOAT titles, and our ambassador who joined, I don't remember which one he joined, Kyle Anderson, or was he with Connor? Kyle Anderson.
He was with Connor.
Yeah, he was he was in the studio here this summer. He's our Ontario ambassador. He went and won himself. He's been on a little bit of a heater. So we have some big names winning over there at Global Poker. And if you want to try it out, I've played on there before. I'm going to play again. PokerNews does have an exclusive bonus code. This is a limited time only, though. It's only until the end of the GOAT series. So by the time this episode comes out, you might have a day or two tops to redeem this, as it's going to expire at 7:59 p.m. Eastern Time on August 4th. Use the code PokerNewsGOAT6 when depositing $20 and receive 250,000 gold coins plus 30 free sweeps coins. It's a really great offer on Global Poker, so check it out. All right, that's all I have for this episode, but I want to know what's coming up for you guys. I'm going to be here in Vegas for another 24 hours. And then I am going, and I can share this now because by the time this episode comes out, I will literally be in the woods in New York, upstate New York, playing on Survivor Angelica. This is another live reality game. You might recall I did one back in 2022 called Survival Challenge. This is a different one, and I'm pretty pumped about it.
All right, we're excited for you. Can't wait to see it.
Yeah, next week, I guess I can't probably give too many spoilers, but next week I'll at least be able to talk about the experience. But you won't be here next week, Mike. Where are you going?
I'm going to the Bahamas.
Oh, must be nice.
WSOP Paradise.
Something like that.
Getting there early.
Yes, I'm going to the Atlantis. So I'm going to go chill, hit some water slides. I'm trying to get a little tan, you know what I mean? Get that beach body, really glistening.
Yes. Take some videos for us. Yeah, the wife would like,
Check out the spa. I went to the spa, got a really nice massage. They have really nice sitting area and everything.
All right. Okay. No, I'm not going to do that.
Tell your wife to do it.
No, we've already discussed it. We're not doing that. We're going to spend all the money on just $600 snorkeling with dolphins.
I was going to say, you're going to be spending all the money at the Atlantis. It's
there's
not
a lot
exactly
of money.
the cheapest.
I'm so scared.
It's very expensive.
It is expensive, but it is a lot of fun. You're going to enjoy it.
Yeah.
Likewise, WSOP Paradise is going to be there in December, so I think that'll be a lot of fun. Kyna, what about you? What's coming up? You're going to go back to Resorts World, try to win yourself another coin?
Of course, I got to win more now. I mean, I would like to see Mike win one of these dailies sometime. Jokingly, I challenged him to try and win one, but he said I would have to put up a hefty bet. So looking for some backers for this bet with Mike. Maybe I'll ask Alan. But yeah, no, I'll probably play around a little bit. I've been checking out those Venetians. Oh, the meetup game. The Venetian. So the Venetian is opening their new poker room this week, and they are having several meetup games. I think there's one on the 1st that's got a bunch of stars. I don't know who. Check it out. But then on the 9th, there's a ladies meetup game, and Jamie Kerstetter's hosting that, and I'll be there to play and hang out a little bit. So definitely come find me there if you're in town. Check out their new poker room. It's going to be fun. It's going to be awesome. There'll be prizes and giveaways, and hope to see you guys there.
Yeah, I hate to miss it. As I said, I'm going to be in New York during the grand opening, but I'm going to check it out as soon as I'm back. But we will have Connor Richards there. We'll have some other PokerNews people, so hopefully they can get us some videos behind the scenes.
I'll try and take a video of it too.
We'll share about it next week's episode and, share videos, pictures, talk about it, and all that jazz. Until then, we'll keep a seat open for you.